Hello, this is Hi Fam, and today I will review a lesson on the lunar cycle from PBS Learning Media. This lesson is targeted for grades 3 to 5, but for the purpose of this review, I will focus on grade 5. This lesson takes students through an engaging experience to understand how the orbital motion causes the moon's phases, changing its appearance. Now let's take a look at the standards. Based on the next generation science standards for 5th graders, this is a 5th grade standard here, the orbits of Earth around the Sun and of the Moon around Earth, together with the rotation of Earth about an axis between its north and south poles, cause observable patterns. For this lesson, students will consider the phases of the Moon as a pattern which supports the learning of this standard. They will learn that the orbit of the Moon around Earth causes different phases. Let's move back to the lesson. Now I want to highlight this section of the lesson overview. It states, in this lesson, students learn about the moon's changing appearance and its patterns of movement. Through class discussion, activities, and multimedia resources, students explore the phase of the moon and are introduced to the concept of orbital motion. Based on this outline, students will engage in blended opportunities. Here's a list of multimedia resources to immerse the learning in the blended experience. The material list here is for the investigation portion of the lesson. Let's move to part 1, observing the moon. The lesson opens with several questions that could be used to tap into students' prior knowledge. The information collected could be used as a formative assessment as well as engaging the learners in content discussion. Next, the teacher reviews what it means to make an observation and promotes discussion about how to observe the moon. After the discussion, students view a video called Galileo Discovering Jupiter's Moon, which highlights Galileo's discovery of moons around Jupiter. There's a couple of questions that follow the video to promote further discussion. To make the opening more relevant to my 21st century learners, I could use the opening questions and video as an online assignment prior to the in-class experience. Next, they are presented with images of different phases of the moon. They are assigned to record daily observation of the moon in their interactive notebook. Students will sketch the appearance as well as document the date, time, and location of the moon. I think this task is a great way to actively and authentically engage the learners in the learning process. Part 2, investigating the phases of the moon. After several days, students share their discovery. They discuss noticeable patterns. Following the questions, students will view a video called Why Doesn't the Moon Fall Down?, which explains how the forces of speed and gravity keeps the moon in orbit. Again, the discussion, questions, and video could be assigned as an online discussion board assignment where students are able to work at their own pace. After the video, the lesson moves into the investigation part. Students are given a styrofoam balls to work in pairs to model the Earth, Moon, Sun system. There will be a lamp in the middle of the classroom to represent the sun. The students will be the Earth and the ball will be the moon. In this investigation, students rotate in place and observe the changing appearance of the ball. Students will review the phases of the moon and then challenge their partners to manipulate their position to demonstrate specific phases. For example, they might have their backs turned from the light to create a full moon effect. Through this investigation, students are able to construct personal meaning and understanding. At the end, there is another set of questions connected to the standard to check for students' understanding. I think this lesson is well designed and is relevant to our 21st century learners. Students are expected to constantly communicate their understanding through class discussion, peer discussion, and writing, illustration, which allows opportunities for critical revision of their thoughts as the teacher collects ongoing types of assessment. Thank you.